Mellissa Thomas here with Florida National News with Mr. Beto O'Rourke. Thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
So for our Florida audience, we wanted you to just kind of, I know you recently were over there in Tampa doing a Veterans Roundtable, and of course the big debates down in Miami. So kind of speak to the significance of speaking to the I-4 corridor and winning over those in Florida.
Yeah. First of all, I've just got to tell you, listening to veterans and military retirees in Tampa, these women and men who put their lives on the line for this country, willing to sacrifice all, who are leading on ensuring that we are there for every veteran who comes back, that we spare no expense in ensuring that your post-traumatic stress disorder or your traumatic brain injury or your military sexual trauma is treated when you come back to this country, that you're back on your feet and you're contributing to your full potential in civilian life the same way you did in uniform was one of the most powerful experiences for me along the campaign. The people in Tampa, the folks that I met on my run along the Hillsborough River could not be any kinder or warmer or more welcoming. So a very positive impression on Florida. And then I've got to tell you, just after the debate the next morning, we drove over from Miami to Homestead and visited that detention camp for children, housing more than 2,600 kids at their most vulnerable and desperate point in their life, who have committed no crime and are locked up like criminals with the knowledge that they may not ever see their parents or their family again, may not know where they are. In the face of that cruelty, so many great Floridians who were literally camped outside of Homestead to bear witness, to testify, to make sure the rest of America knows what's being done in their name. Very inspired by the people of Florida and grateful that we have the chance to follow their lead.
Awesome. And then lastly, I just wanted to ask very quickly, how do you plan to, you have a very strong message of kind of unification, sort of bipartisanship. What will be your approach to sort of facing those challenges when folks disagree, whether on the same side of the aisle or across the aisle?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the fact that 243 years into this experiment, we can still pull off a nonviolent, peaceful way of disagreeing with one another through our democracy is something to be celebrated and strengthened. And when we rely on people of good conscience coming to the table, even if we come to different conclusions on an issue that we care about, finding a compromise or a consensus that allows us to move forward on any range of issues, care for veterans, confronting climate change before it's too late, universal guaranteed high quality health care for every American. I will not write you off if you're a Republican. I won't take you for granted if you're a Democrat. I will listen to you, make sure that you have a seat at the table and that you're part of the solution. I think it's the only way that this country moves forward on the most important issues that we face.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Beto O'Rourke. Stay tuned at FloridaNationalNews.com.